Liverpool 2, Man United 2. Hold on a second, I thought Man United was supposed to get battered. I was hearing 3-0, 4-0, 6-0, 8-0. Man United weren't having none of it. Man United fans, you must be feeling proud of that performance. And as a gunner, I can only say thank you so much. You showed up today and you've given us a little sliver that the title race isn't over. It probably is. I'm going overboard. It's probably still over. But you know what, still, shout out to Man United. Phenomenal today. That's a proper advert for the Premier League. That was a proper game of football. Man United turned up like they were looking for respect and they weren't leaving Anfield until they got some. And they got some. I was a bit nervous at the start, I'm not gonna lie. When the game started, Liverpool had a couple of attacks and they were looking so good. That Liverpool attack is still genuinely scary. Man United weren't looking timid though. They didn't come to park the bus. They were pressing, they were trying to play. I think in the end they had like 50% possession, so that shows you it's when a park the bus thing. They turned up with the intention to give Liverpool a proper game, and they gave them a proper game. United opened the scoring through Lautaro Martínez. Phenomenal finish. Some people were saying it was reminiscent of the Ryan Giggs strike against Arsenal, which still gives me nightmares. It was a phenomenal strike, but the work that Bruno Fernandes did and the disguised reverse ball to Martínez was just beautiful. And you know what? I'm going to confess something. Every time I've sat down to watch Man United this season, I've been impressed with Bruno Fernandes. He's just a phenomenal player. And I hear the rhetoric around him, but because I haven't watched that much United until this season, like closely to really understand it, I can't understand it. Like, the guy is just a baller. He's a straight up baller. I can see why he's United captain. If he doesn't do that week in, week out, then obviously, yeah, that's going to be frustrating. But Bruno Fernandes is some player. He was man of the match. He was the best player on the field. It was either him or Ugarte as well. He gives United all the legs in that midfield. He has a hunger to win the ball that is so high. You don't see that in a lot of players. That much hunger to win the ball back. Like, he loves that. He thrives on that. And when he's on the ball, he just keeps it simple. He knows his role. Gakpo equalised. And you know what? Shout out to Cody Gakpo, because he's pretty much been killing it this season. I know there was certain football creators that were calling him a bust, but he's far from a bust. That's a talented player there, Cody Gakpo. And the cut inside and the finish was just beautiful. It was such an entertaining game of football, honestly. The goals were quality. Well, penalty aside. But yeah, Cody Gakpo and probably Alexis Mac Allister were the people that were giving Man United the most problems. And this wasn't Liverpool at their best, and it was nice to see them look human for a while. For weeks we've been watching Liverpool just steamroll teams, and it's a bit jarring, I'll be honest. Like, obviously as a rival it's a bit jarring, so I'm so glad that Man United kind of made them look human and reminded them, do you know what, when you turn up in the Premier League, you can lose. And I think their next game is Nottingham Forest. He's beaten them already this season, so that's going to be interesting to see how Liverpool respond to this. After that, of course, De Ligt gave away a penalty, and he had a bit of a disaster class as well, De Ligt. You know what? I just don't think De Ligt is a good defender. I'm just going to put it out there. Bayern Munich didn't. That's why they let him go. And I don't see a future for him at Man United. But, like as a third or fourth choice centre-back, especially when you saw Lenny Euro when he came on, he was phenomenal. I think that's 2 games in a row where he's made really good substitute appearance, and if it weren't for his tackle on Darwin Núñez, then maybe Liverpool win the game. Of course, Amad Diallo, who's probably been Man United's most consistent player since Ruben Amorim joined, and of course in another big game he got the equaliser after great work from Man United. Do you know what, I feel like I'm giving Man United too much praise, but I was just so impressed by the fight that they showed. They really took it to Liverpool, and I think Liverpool weren't expecting that, to be honest. I know Arne Slot before the game was talking about they're not taking Man United for granted, but they couldn't have been expecting that today. They couldn't have been expecting Man United to turn up with that much energy, that much running, that much guile, and really take it to them and give them a game. I've not seen Liverpool challenged in that way this season, and I would like to see a lot more of it going forward to make the title race more interesting, because we can't be having this Premier League wrapped up by halfway. Big picture, I just think this gives United a lot of confidence and a blueprint for how they should play going forward. And now, as an Arsenal fan, I'm really not super looking forward to the FA Cup tie against them anymore, because that performance shows how dangerous Man United can be when they turn up. Liverpool fans are probably a bit stressed, but they're still 6 points clear at the top, still got a game in hand, still got a fantastic new manager. But this match was a reminder that you know, maybe, you know, they're still human, and they haven't had a blip as such as yet. They haven't really had any bad injuries like everybody else has had. And if that does conspire in the second half of the season, I think we're going to see a closer title race than what it was looking like in recent weeks. So I can only just really say thank you so much, Man United. And thank you, Liverpool, as well, for an amazing game of football. Well worth 90 minutes of my life. So, guys, let me know in the comments, what did you make of the game? Is this the start of good things for Man United? Will Liverpool falter in this title race? Are they going to have more results like this in the future? Let me know what you think, and I will catch you on the next one. Football bread.